Hey all, Hipper here. So today we're taking out the Amalfi, and it's been a long time since I've played this ship because, well, the Gorizia has pretty much been taking up my time every time I want to play an Italian cruiser. It's been the tier 6 with SAP that's been my go-to. But first, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, of course, if you enjoy this video. So I'm playing my Amalfi in this game here with an Agile build, and of course that means that it is extremely fast, because Amalfi is already really fast, and it doesn't need speed boost to do that. It still goes like 40 something knots, and you can achieve that with two commanders really. You can use Mimbelli. If you don't want to use any premium commanders, then I mean, this guy is available to everybody. You just have to upgrade him, obviously, which is expensive. Not really much to do about that, I'm afraid. And if you're into premium commanders, then use the commander that I'm using, which is Soundwave. It gives you slightly faster rudder, only 3% though, so it's not like it's a game changer, but it does all help. So Amalfi, in all honesty, I like the ship. It's just a problem that it doesn't have a sonar. That's my main criticism of the ship here, and it's a bit of a shame, really, because if you look at a ship like Gorizia, like, it's just so good with the smoke and radar, no, not radar, sonar combination, and it's just a shame that Amalfi doesn't have that. I mean, a cruiser without a sonar, is that really a cruiser? Anyway, we can discuss this for a long time, and it doesn't change the fact that it's a fun ship to play. It does get a little handicapped when you are, for example, one-on-one trying to rid the last destroyer of a map, or you need to spot torpedoes early, like in this instance here, where obviously I'm safe for now. But I mean, sonar is just such a crucial tool as a cruiser player that I'm having a really hard time adjusting to not having it. Probably because I play very like, I push a lot. And to push successfully, in most cases, you will need sonar. But yeah, it's just a shame. You just have to make it work without. And at least Amalfi does get the nice rolling smoke instead of the sonar. I mean, it doesn't help you in as many situations as a sonar does, I think. And that's also why I really prefer Gorizia if I want to take out one of these Italian cruisers here. Because with Gorizia, you get both the rolling smoke and the sonar, and I mean, that's just it's just a game changer, really. Other than the missing sonar, Amalfi is a pretty solid ship. I think it's very fast and it's very agile. It's even more agile than the numbers say, because I think the rudder is about 2 point something seconds, and there goes our destroyer. But like most Italian cruisers, the way this ship just turns, really, it feels like it's turning around like the middle of the ship instead of actually turning around the stern like the most other cruisers. So it has a very special feel to it, and you really only know that feel if you played like an Italian cruiser with a rudder down around about 3-4 seconds. It's hard to feel until you get into those areas. But once you do, you will certainly feel a difference. And I don't know if I prefer this rudder here or not, but it is different, that's for certain. I don't know how, and I don't know why, and I have been asking Wargaming why this is, but I haven't got any reply, so I guess it's a mystery. So here I'm using my rolling smoke just to stop that annoying destroyer from setting me on fire. And as you can see, this game here, I am just minding my own business over here in the cap, because I had a battleship and a destroyer go into this cap here with me, and they are both removed. And all I have to do now is just hold this cap and wait for my reinforcements over on the other flank, and really, that's pretty much it. Amalfi is not the best ship for, you know, holding a cap like this, because, again, it doesn't have a sonar, so I'm not able to look around this rock here without actually doing what I'm doing here, actually taking a peek. And of course, that's a downside. Now, say you were in Hipper or Prince Eugen, then this position right here with the enemies in this, like this situation here, would just be an absolute dream setup. And this Albemarle here, it just stuck his nose out a little bit too far. So we got two citadels, and then we just destroyed him with torps. And that is a good thing about Amalfi. It does have torpedoes, and they're very long range. I think they're about 12 kilometers or something like that. A very, very long range, but they're super slow. So you can really only use them either in very, very close proximity like I did here, or in a very, very, very long range where you shoot them, you fire your torpedoes, and then just hope the enemy forgets about them because it takes so long to get there. So you kind of treat them like mines, not torpedoes really. But here I get another opportunity because there's another guy pushing here, and I should have aimed just a little bit ahead of the cone, a little bit more than I'm doing there, and he totally flumps that salvo there. But I am getting pushed out of the cap now because there are 3 battleships in here, and I'm perma-spotted by a destroyer out in the middle of the map. So we get 3 torpedo hits on the Nagato here, which of course means that I just don't get the kill on this ship here, but I do take out most of his hit points. And all I need is 1 battleship gone, and then I can move inside the cap again. And that's my prayers answered right there. So we just use the quick turning rudder here and the fast speed of the cruiser to enter the cap again, because I don't want to lose this cap here. I've been fighting for it for, well, 6 minutes now, and I'm not going to give up now. If I can keep all the Reds busy over here while my blue team regroups, and they're doing really well over on the other flank, you can see they're just about to remove the last few ships over there. So all I have to do is just keep the focus of the Reds over here, so the rest of my team are able to flank them. And you see they just removed the last 2 ships there with a pretty impressive salvo from someone over there. Meaning that, I mean, the Reds are now outnumbered and they are in a terrible position because they still haven't taken this cap here. They've been trying pretty much the whole game, and they are way behind on points now because they haven't been focusing on both flanks. They've pretty much just been trying to take this flank here, and they've lost, like, to me, 2 ships in the process. And now on the other flank they've just been cleaned out. So this is looking like a loss right here. So I don't want this Scharnhorst here to see me, so I'm using the rolling smoke here. Now, usually I save this smoke for when I'm actually at full speed, trying to do something crazy, I guess. And I'll show you later. But it also comes in handy in situations like this, where you just want to stay hidden just for a little bit longer. Because I just need that Scharnhorst to go behind the island, and then things should be fine. And finally, this annoying destroyer out here shows up. And the Scharnhorst is gone, so it means I can finish my capping. And I will now finally grab this cap here that I've been battling for the whole time. I mean, it's kind of situations like this where you're thinking, oh, I have an agile build on my cruiser, but I really don't need it. And sure, I mean, there will be battles where you wish that you would have a concealment build on your ship, or you wish you would have an agile build, or you wish you would have a reload build or whatever, but you just don't have it. And there's some like unexpected torpedoes right there. Again, the sonar is like sorely lacking on this ship here, unfortunately. I think in most cases, to get back to the builds here, I think an agile build will be the right choice in most battles. Concealment build also, not most battles in my opinion, but probably the second. And then a pure offensive build as the last build. Simply because an agile build, as the name implies, allows you to be very agile. I mean, it's not all about movement here, it's also about, you know, doing your job as a cruiser, and your job is to support, and I think an agile build is the best support build there is, really. So there's only 1 destroyer left now, and as you can see, we are ahead on points by nearly tenfold. So we just need to, well, we have all the caps, and there's really no point chasing down this destroyer here, especially because I don't have a sonar. But I still think that why not? I mean, there's plenty of time left, and even if I get taken out, there are plenty of blue ships left to make sure we don't lose this battle here. So I'm deciding, so yeah, I'll go for it. And I can see that the destroyer is doing the same. So if he wasn't actually heading out for this destroyer, I probably would just leave it. I'll just stay right here and just wait for him to come to me. But since my destroyer is actually, you know, being aggressive, I will back him up. I mean, that's what I said before. Your job as a cruiser is to support. So we both have quite a vague idea about where he is. I mean, he was last spotted all the way at the map border, which is strange for a destroyer in the first place, but anyway. So I get spotted, so I just let the destroyer know that I am spotted, because this is important, because it helps both of you to home in on this destroyer here, because if he's not spotted yet, he knows, okay, well, this destroyer is probably somewhere in the area where he can spot me, but not him. I know a destroyer with very small concealment, it doesn't work that well, but had it been 2 cruisers, you could really help each other out this way. And so I don't want this destroyer to know which way I'm going, so that's why I'm popping my smoke now. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to surprise him when I come out of the smoke, and perhaps even be in range of him. So it's kind of a trick here to see if I can sneak up on him this way here. Of course, it doesn't always work, and in this case here, I'm not lucky enough to actually be within 5 kilometers or whatever the concealment is of this destroyer here, which is what I was hoping. But it still means that we're still, pushing ahead, and we'll get this guy at some point. There will be torpedoes coming, and I'm prepared for that. I know I will probably take a few because I don't have a sonar again. But what I really want is this destroyer to fire torpedoes, because it slows him down, and most destroyers underestimate the speed of Amalfi, and if this destroyer shows broadside to get off all the torpedoes, it means that I can catch up, and I can spot him and ultimately take him out. So that was an Agile Amalfi here. We didn't do many agile things in this game here, but that's pretty much besides the point anyway. And well, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.